SDZer0 here, reviewing Art Alive for the Sega Genesis. Now, I'm doing something a little different now. I'm not using the low-pitch voice masker for the Mr.Zero voice, because this game is a little personal for me, because I actually owned it. I bought it about 1993. So I'm pretty sure if I rummaged around my closet, I'd find it somewhere. So it's a little appropriate that I use my real voice, even though this microphone's going to fuck it up. So let's get started. To begin with, we're going to go over the basic tools, which the line, the square, and the circle. These all work pretty well, nothing wrong here. Problem starts when you pick the spray can. I mean, listen to this. Oh, this is horrible. I mean, come on. What the hell, man? This sounds like static snow on your television screen. And I don't know why, but when you pick the eraser tool, it makes the exact same sound. How fucking lazy can you get using the same sound for the spray can and the eraser? I hate to admit it, but this next tool is pretty innovative and also very useful for this game. Because you're using the D-pad on the Sega Genesis, you don't have a lot of control, so you use the curve tool to get the control. You hold down the directional button, you hold down A, and you get a nice curve. Very smooth, very nice actually. I really did like it. You can even change how wide your curves can go, like the size of your curves, by pressing the C button to speed up and speed down your cursor, which you can use for every cursor actually. Every basic tool you can use this for, and you can check what speed's set at your start menu. I hate this fucking paint can tool because, for one thing, that song really annoys the shit out of me, and it crawls up at a slug's pace. Ugh. But the paint can has nothing on the final tool, the pencil. When you use it, it plays this shitty song, the only song in the game. It started when you started up this game, and now it continues every time you use this fucking pencil. It's a pain in the fucking ass because it's not a good song. It's the only song, and they couldn't even make it halfway decent. Also, because you're using the D-pad, mind you, you don't have a lot of control over your pencil. You can change your cursor speed, but still, you know, you're not going to really do much good with it. They could have like really given you a lot of control with like a zoom-in function, but no, you got to do from this one view, and you're going to mess up a lot. Alright, now for the special tools, we're going to go on the right hand side of the menu and we're going to look at our stamps. This game was made in 1991, so that's why you're not going to see a lot of famous Genesis characters here. Sonic, ToeJam and Earl, and that's it. Everything else is so fucking stock. I mean, beach stamps, haunted house stamps, random animal stamps, and this freaking tan beach guy with a roller skating chick. I mean, yeah, so fucking stock. Not a lot of originality here. And when you use the stamp, you listen to that? Okay, by now you've just heard all the sound effects in this game. How fucking lame is that? Alright, our next special tool is the animated stamps. A little late to be innovative, but what the hell. Okay, it's a smaller selection than your regular stamps, but they're moving, that's probably why. So let's stick with Sonic, and in the bottom of those pictures, it's these little buttons. It's directions the animated stamps will be moving in. Let's pick left and right. Alright, there's Sonic on the screen. You're going to notice that he's moving not so fast. The frame rate's decent, but the actual moving left and right's pretty pathetic. I'm pressing C trying to speed him up, but that's not working. Also, another problem with this, you can't stick these guys on the page. You gotta save this until after you're completely done. If there's one thing that you gotta change or missing, you gotta take these animated stamps off, do your little change, then go back to the animated stamps menu and stick them on the page. It's a little bit of a bother. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the text tool, and there are 3 giant problems I have with this fucking tool. Problem number 1, it's always the same size font. You can change the boldness of the lines, but it doesn't affect the size of your fucking font. So you're stuck with that like one size. Also, you can't change the style of the font. It's only going to be that one style of font. Another pain in the ass if you wanted to be creative. Number 3 is that every time you place a stamp on the page, the stamp cursor is going to jerk one full space to the right. So if you wanted to move up and down and wanted to be all like linear about it, very clean, oh, you gotta fucking forget it, man, because it's gonna jump to the right. Now you gotta realign yourself if you want to write straight down. If you just wanted to write plain old average left to right in a line, hey, this thing's perfect. But if you wanted to be creative like a real artist, fuck it, you're fucked. Our next special tool is on the bottom-most right-hand side of the special toolbar. It's new. It's the new picture tool. What it is that you pick from it, and you have about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 possible screens you can select from. You have a blank page, the beach, the haunted house, Dino Land, which is actually just like a lazy cliffside, Space, Birthday, and the title screen of Art Alive. You know, if you didn't get enough of that artistic magistry before. You know, wait a minute. Let's go to the Art Alive main screen. Let me look at this. Look at the bottom, like the bottom of the fucking screen where the copyrights information is. In the bottom right hand side, it looks like 1991. It was gonna say something else, but it was completely cut off. Even on the left hand side, the S in Sega is cut off. I mean, didn't they really fucking care about the copyright information, at least in the beginning of this game? It's like they're fucking embarrassed to admit this is a game by them. I mean, okay, you know what? Okay, I'll stop right now. Let's just finish this. There's 2 more special tools, and what the hell, I'll just clump them both together. Our final special tool is the editing tool, both for regular stamps and animated stamps. Now, this is just a giant dick slap in the face, because were they really expecting little kids to do something on those little edit stamps they're proud of, that they're gonna stamp it again and again and again, let alone the animated stamp? I mean, holy shit! If you're doing something complicated like Sonic running, you're lucky enough you can do it once, let alone like have it centered right where you did the first one in the other 3 frames, and having it smooth so it actually makes it look like it's doing fluid motions. There's not even a point of reference for the center here. I mean, shit, man. This game was horrible. Didn't they expect like no one would be able to do this like in any decent fashion? Alright, there's one more piece of bullshit you gotta see before we're done with this review. It's the color palettes. You see how those little 2 arrows? They give you little different palettes of color, a little more variety. But here's a little piece of shit that's really gonna piss you off here. You see this little sample color that I left on the bottom of the screen? You can probably see it from the menu. Alright, now look what happens when I press the left and right arrows. You see, it fucking changes the palette colors. You can't mix one color from one palette with another. No, they're fucking limiting your creativity here. Like, fuck you, kid, we're gonna screw you over for the rest of this game. We might as well screw you over for the colors, too. I mean, what the fucking bullshit is this? They're, like, really stifling creativity. I thought art was supposed to be all about creativity. Well, I guess that's the end of the review. I have nothing more to say about this. I mean, we've just covered the entire spectrum of the shit rainbow that is Art Alive. Not even gonna give this a score. Let's just say a 0, because this is not a game at all. As you can see, you probably have better programs from your accessory menus on your PCs than you would back then buying this game. And you know what? I was tricked as a kid to buying this. You saw the box cover. You would be tricked into thinking you can do like that fish things or that monkey thing, and there was nothing to tell me different back then. I mean, back then the only thing that gave game reviews was Nintendo Power, no Sega Genesis there, and Game Pro, and because it was covering the 2 things, you can bet that this game was just slipped under the rug. So how the hell was I supposed to know it was a piece of shit? Well, thanks for hanging in there. Sorry I haven't updated lately. I got the Wii. That's fun. I'll try to, be more active with my reviews, even though there's only about 5 of you listening. Well, see you later.